Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Keeps Boxing Gym. I'm K-Rob216. It's been like a slow week for boxing. Not a lot of things have been confirmed, just a lot of speculation and rumors. But one thing that I do want to talk about, and I know it's going to cause a lot of controversy, probably some negative comments, but I have to get it off my chest, Sean. And that's the first Andre Ward fight versus Kovalev, the first fight, uh, and why he won. But before we get into that, though, you guys, please like and subscribe again. Please like and subscribe, please. Subscribers are going up, not by an enormous amount, but, you got to start off somewhere. Now, I think this fight was November 2016, so that was about 9 years ago. 9 years ago. It caused a lot of controversy. This is one of the most anticipated fights, maybe the most anticipated fight in the 20-something years that I've been watching boxing. Like I said, I've been watching boxing since September 2001. That's when I got the boxing bug anyway. These are two guys that was in the top 5, pound for pound, best in the world. Andre Ward was coming up from the super middleweight division, seeing what he can do in the light heavyweight division. I heard a lot of people say that Kovalev was too strong for him. And I started to believe that too. I remember James Toney said that. James Toney is a boxing purist, regardless of, what people think about him and stuff like that. But, he's a Hall of Famer. He has every right to be in the Hall of Fame. But nevertheless, though, it's caused a lot of controversy. And so when the fight happened, after the fight happened, there's a lot of people just screaming, robbery, 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 robbery. It wasn't no robbery. It wasn't no robbery. And I let people, they got a name for this stuff. They got a brand and stuff like that, like the Harold Letterman with his scorecard, the Dan Rayfields. I want to say Steve Kim. A lot of them say that he got robbed, but that's not the case. It's not the case. If you believe Kovalev won, you have every right to believe that it was a close fight. It could have gone either way. Me personally, like I said, I for the longest I thought that Kovalev won that fight, and I had a lot of time just thinking like, damn, why is Ward not giving this man his props and saying that he won the fight? But no boxer is going to do that. If you're a man and you're a boxer, you're going to stand on what you believe in, or you know what I'm saying. So I just got thinking like, man, Andre Ward is in denial. But then a few years ago, and this is where I want y'all to challenge yourself. And this is where I want y'all to challenge yourself. Take away the judge, the unofficial judge in Harold Letterman. Rest in peace. I got all the respect in the world for him. All the respect in the world for him. But I think he was just getting a little older in age, and I think he was relying, in his judging based on the crowd's reaction or something like that. Because, like I said, the first 4 rounds he scored it straight for Kovalev. It wasn't like that. Like I said, I scored it a few years ago. I just did it again. Kovalev won the first round. He got the knockdown in the second round, so that's a 10-8 round. The third round, Ward clearly won. A lot of people think that Ward won the 4th round. I put 10-10. Either way, but like I said, I want y'all to challenge yourself. Mute to a notebook. 10-point must system on the notebook. 10-9, 10-8. How many knockdowns? If anybody knows, a knockdown is an extra point. So if somebody get knocked down 2 times in 1 round, it's 10-7 round. But that didn't happen in the fight, though. But nevertheless, though, Ward was making this man miss like there was no other, like no tomorrow. Going to his body. He made Kovalev do what he didn't want to do. And I remember Ward saying it a long time ago in one of these interviews I've seen. He wants to make you do what you don't want to do, and that's what he did. Kovalev couldn't dominate. He couldn't get off his punches like he wanted to. Yes, he landed a lot of significant punches, yes, and that's what got the crowd going. Everybody knows Kovalev was a problem back in the day, 10 years ago. He was on the pound-for-pound list. He was knocking everybody out. You give Kovalev some range, it's over with for you. But Ward didn't do that. Ward did a little inside fighting, a little tricking him, making him miss a lot of his punches. Yes, he landed a lot of power punches. He maybe landed more power punches than Andre Ward. But like I said, man, Ward made him miss a lot, making him go into the body. A lot of clever jabs was being thrown. My thing is a lot of punches it was missed. Kovalev couldn't connect like he wanted to. So and a lot of people just go off of Harold Letterman's scorecard. It was a travesty. And like I said, I got all the respect in the world for Harold Letterman. He's a boxing historian. He did a lot for this sport. Rest in peace to this man. But I think he was up there in age or something like that, where, like I said, he was just relying on the crowd's reaction or something, because his scorecard was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Me, personally, a few years ago, I scored the fight just like the judges scored it. 114, 113. I did it again today. I scored it 115, 114. And that's because I made, I had a couple of 10-10 rounds in there. And I'm not being biased or anything like that, but it's like, look. I even gave like a sympathy round the last round. I couldn't find to Kovalev. I couldn't find that really in the later rounds a round to give him. I just want y'all to challenge yourself. Stop going off what these people say they got power. You know that influences the young and upcoming people that wanna do this boxing thing, that wanna study boxing, that got the boxing bug. Stop going off there. Go off your own. Go off your own mind and go ahead and look at the fight. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's on YouTube. Go on the fight. Go on there and look. You know, you got people like Dan Rayfield. I think he put like a few months ago. It was either the anniversary of the fight, or it was either him putting up a poster, because, you know, he collects a lot of posters and stuff like that because he does a lot of fights, a lot of commentary, or he just goes there just because he's a fight fan. And one of the things he said, he was like, yeah, this is the night where Kovalev was robbed. Like, stop painting that narrative like he wasn't robbed. It could have went either way. These are close fights, just like the Beterbiev and Bivol fight last year. I had Beterbiev winning, and you know what I'm saying, I wanted Bivol to win. You know what I'm saying? I did. I like the people that don't have no power and like to use their mind, and you got to use your mind and your boxing IQ to go against a power puncher and somebody as dedicated as Beterbiev is to the sport of boxing, how brutal he is. But I scored that fight for Beterbiev on the fact because of his activity. Yes, he landed a lot of clean shots, but what was he doing in between those rounds? Beterbiev was getting the best of him, was outworking him and stuff like that. Kovalev was trying to outwork him, but he was let a lot of punches were missed, a whole lot of them, and Andre Ward was connecting, going to the body, making him do what he didn't want to do. And so I just want you guys just to look at the fight. If you can point something out to me, leave it in the comment section or something like that. But I honestly, man, I scored this fight twice. Like I said a few years ago, it's the same scorecard. Same scorecard. It's not me being biased. I'm a big fan of Kovalev. I hate how his career ended because he was he was a monster. He was a monster in the ring. And, you know, and Ward, you know, people like to, you know, paint this narrative of Ward like he's not all that tough, or he'll get beat by a Beterbiev. He's the best at making adjustments to me. Him, Floyd Mayweather, you know, they got the highest boxing IQ. They can make adjustments in the ring. They got a good management team. They got a good team in their corner. Ward has a good team in his corner. They didn't rush him into there with the wolves. They waited for the time was right. And when I say waiting for the time was right, like I said, not going in there and putting them there against nobody. So we have to think Ward could have been the first Battle Hall of Famer if he would have retired after the Super 6, but he went up and he challenged himself again. And so, and like I said, and Kovalev was so decorated. Like I said, if you give him range, you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the first John Pascal fight, one of them, the first or the second John Pascal fight, and he got desperate and he just started swinging punches, and he did hurt Kovalev. He did. But the thing is, he doesn't know how to make adjustments. Kovalev seen that he was telegraphing his punches, and he took over and he stopped him. He couldn't do that with Ward. Ward was making him miss a lot of his punches and just punching and just throwing jabs, those little sneaky jabs. Andre Ward doesn't have the best jab ever. Not like a Larry Holmes or a Klitschko or something like that, but he has a real educated, sneaky jab where you don't know when it's going to come or nothing like that, and the jab can be right in your face. And that's what he was doing to Kovalev a lot. I just challenge y'all to put it on mute, put your phone on mute or your flat screen or whatever, put it on mute, get you a notebook, and judge the fight on the 10-point must system. And let's see the results. And anything that y'all want to point out to me, anything in the ring that y'all want to point out, is something that I'm missing or something like that, let me know. But that's all my time I have for today. I may make a video later on today. I think I have another good topic coming up. But I want you guys to enjoy your afternoon. But when you do have time, watch that fight, put it on mute, and just not go by what the unofficial judge goes by. All right? Don't let that man influence you into thinking that Kovalev was robbed. But that is my time for today, y'all. I just wanted to put my 2 cents on this because there's nothing else going on in the boxing world. I love you all. Again, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. And I will get back with you guys later on.